Namaskar. Today we'll discuss what's the impact of Ketu's transit in Purva Phalguni. Very, very important, very powerful. I always say that Rahu Ketu are the two most important planets in our charts. Why? Because Rahu Ketu are so powerful that they can even eclipse the sun and the moon. So they are more powerful than the luminaries, sun and the moon. So whatever Rahu and Ketu are doing in the skies, it's extremely important. See which house they are in currently in your chart. So superimpose transit chart on top of the natal chart. You'll see what's happening, what kind of impact Rahu Ketu will give you. Secondly, see the nakshatra. Nakshatra. I always say nakshatras are the crown jewel of Vedic astrology. So whichever nakshatra can give you much more information and details and powerful results compared to just looking at the sign. So we'll discuss the planet, which is Ketu. We'll discuss the nakshatra, which is Purva Phalguni, and then combine those and then see what happens, what magic happens. So first of all, Ketu Maharaj. Ketu is the planet of detachment. Ketu is the moksha karaka. Ketu is the reason we exit for good. Ketu is the reason for liberation. And Ketu is, it cuts us off from the external world because Ketu says, hey, there's nothing in the external world. Let's go back home where we came from. Ketu is our past lives. Ketu is ancestors. Ketu is introvert energy. Ketu is introspection. Ketu is intuition. Ketu is all deep spirituality. Now, what's the nakshatra we're talking about? Nakshatra is Uttar Phalguni. Uttar Phalguni is all about connections and relationships. Uttar Phalguni is ruled by Bhaga. Always look at the deity of the nakshatra. We don't look at the planetary ruler of a nakshatra. No planet can rule a nakshatra because nakshatra is Nahakshaya iti nakshatra. Nakshatra is something that cannot be destroyed. It came before the zodiac signs and the planets, all of that. So in any case, Purva Phalguni ruled by Bhaga. Bhaga is the god of delight. He's the god of prosperity, enjoyment, and social circles. All of that is Bhaga. It gives you your share that you deserve, and it's associated with love, with sensual energy, creativity. It's a very, very creative nakshatra, and beauty, romance, rest, relaxations. All of that is Bhaga. So as you can see, Purva Phalguni is all about enjoyment, good things in life, and spending time with your loved ones or relations or your partner. On the other hand, Ketu is almost like opposite energy, right? So Ketu is a loner. Ketu is a introvert energy, just isolation, going on a retreat, silent retreat. So what happens when Ketu goes over Purva Phalguni? This will internalize our relationships, first of all. This may cut us off from our relationships if they're not spiritually grounded. This may make us detached from within. So we may still be in a relationship, but not so emotionally intertwined. We may become more stable, and no matter what's happening externally in the relationship, we'll still be good, we'll be thriving. And so on the other level, this means this may spiritualize your relationships. So if you are in a relationship currently, this will make it 100%, or 1,000% more, 1,000 times more spiritual. And recommendation wise, great time to do spiritual things with your partner. If your relationship is not based on a solid spiritual foundation, then it may crumble. It may not last during this transit. So you want to start doing things are introspective, that are spiritual. So doing meditation together with your partner. Now this is general for all the 12 rising signs. Now you look at the house. Which house this is taking place in. So this is in the sign of Leo. So where is Leo in your chart? So we'll discuss all of those 12 signs. Before that, also, you want to see where your natal Ketu is placed. How many signs apart the transiting Ketu is from the natal Ketu. So write in the comment section where your natal Ketu is placed, what's your Lagna, and we may pick your chart and discuss in the future videos. Also, if you want to deep dive, learn astrology, be your own astrologer, you can join our courses. You can also book a consultation if you want a very thorough one-on-one understanding and reading of your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. All is there available on my website, bharatastroveda.com. That's the general combination of Ketu and Purva Phalguni. So we'll discuss all the 12 rising signs. So first, let's look at a couple of comments. First one, a couple of charts. First one is submitted by Miss Apu, too. And she's saying, hey, sir, I saw all your videos. Thank you so much, Miss Apu. I got so much knowledge from your videos regarding what each planet represents and what is their importance in our life. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you watching and then following. And I'm Aparna from Bangalore. Thank you, Aparna ji. I'm watching at 6:49 a.m. IST. I am a Scorpio ascendant. So this is Vrishchika Lagna. Rahu is in the second house, that is Sagittarius. Saturn is in the third house, Capricorn. Mars is in the fourth house, Aquarius. So that's interesting. And then Mercury and Venus are in the fifth house, that is Pisces. Sun is in the sixth house, Aries, and Ketu is in the eighth house, that'll be Gemini. And then Jupiter is in the 10th house, that's Leo, and 12th house and the moon, 12th house and the moon. So I think you mean to say my Rashi is Tula and Nakshatra Swati. So your moon is in the 12th house in Libra in Swati Nakshatra. So that's the chart. So a couple of very, very important transits right now going on for you. One is because natal Mars is in Aquarius, and so Rahu is on top of your Mars. That can be a difficult yoga combination. So you can do lots of remedies for Rahu, which is oil massage, pranayam, and then Durga mantra, Durga Sapshati. And also you can honor Mangal, Mars, that's your natal Mars, getting influence of Rahu. But overall, this can also lead to anger, frustration, even just doing things without thinking through the results or having any plan or strategy. So this is potentially a difficult transit for you, Rahu over your Mars, especially in the fourth house. But on the positive side, this may bring some renovation in your home. You may change your residence. There'll be this urge, this itch to change things in your life. So Rahu is making you uncomfortable while transiting in the fourth house by telling you, hey, let's go deeper. Find out what makes you happy deep within. On the other side, though, amazing thing is you have Jupiter in the 10th house in the sign of Leo. So what's happening in the sign of Leo right now? In the skies, in transit, Ketu Maharaj is going over the sign through the sign of Leo. So that means you have Jupiter Ketu combination on the other hand in your 10th house. So this is completely internalizing and spiritualizing your career. This is a perfect time to find your purpose, align your work with your purpose. This is activating the energy of Jupiter and Ketu. That's the highest, the most spiritual combination in the chart. By transit or through natal or through combination of natal and transit. So this is telling you to awaken your spirituality. You should, during this transit, that's a long transit until November 2026, you want to make sure you do lots of spiritual things, enroll in some courses, learn traditional wisdom, including Jyotish, do lots of rituals, study a lot of scriptures. So Jupiter is all about traditional spirituality. Brihaspati, the guru, and Ketu is going over that. That is like match made in heaven. Jupiter, Ketu are extremely spiritual. So Ketu is the moksha karaka going over Brihaspati, the guru of the gods. So that's the fantastic transit going on for you. So again, thank you for submitting your chart. So in the comment section, you also, if you're watching this, please submit your lagna or anything else, any questions you may have, so we may pick your charts in the future video. Next one is Illuminosa. What if the natal Venus and Jupiter are sitting in Purva Phalguni and are transited by Ketu? So that's exactly what this video is about. So we're going to talk about that. But yes, your question is specifically based on your natal chart. So does this issue then have twice the intensity? Is there anything you can recommend if one is looking for a new relationship? Okay, so this is a wonderful placement. So Jupiter and Venus sitting in the sign of in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni. That is a very gentle, energy. It's a combination of material success, that's Venus, and spiritual wisdom, that is Jupiter, through your marriage. So literally the meaning of Venus and Jupiter in your natal chart sitting in Purva Phalguni means when you get married or when you have partner, your love, your relationship will bring you all these things that are the domain of Venus and Jupiter. Okay, and you'll feel happy. You're a social being, so you like being surrounded by people. Now, specifically, the question is when Ketu is so right now Ketu is transiting over these two planets. So, first of all, check this video. Check for your rising sign. So that house, wherever Jupiter and Venus are sitting, basically the sign of Leo. So wherever is Leo in your chart, that house, you may have to leave some things. So there may be some endings and there will be some new beginnings, but that energy will be completely spiritualized or internalized. So if let's say Leo is your seventh house, that means there will be, you may meet somebody who's deeply spiritual. So, and then, the last part of the question, what's the recommendation? One is looking for a new relationship. See, Ketu going over Purva Phalguni means you have to have deep spiritual foundation for any relationship that you enter into. Otherwise, it will not last. Ketu Maharaj will cut it off. It will cut you off from that area of life, from that person in your life. So if it happens to be the area is a relationship, that means if the relationship is not spiritually sound, if there is no spiritual connection with that person, then it will not last. So if you're looking for a relationship, see that the person, you and the person are compatible spiritually, and he or she has good values and spiritually grounded. In other words, it's time for you to find your soulmate or your spiritual partner. So do spiritual things together and get the blessings of Ketu Maharaj. So that's what's happening for Ketu in Purva Phalguni. But watch this video, you'll see a lot more. You'll gain a lot more insights. Again, thanks for submitting your charts, your comments, and so if you're watching this video, put in the comment section your lagna or any question you have. We'll pick a couple of charts for the future videos. First of all, Aries rising, Aries lagna, Aries ascendant. Ketu is transiting through your fifth house in the sign of Leo in the Nakshatra of Purva Phalguni. So this is actually very interesting. In terms of relationship, especially romantic relationships, Aries will see this more than all the other signs. So watch the intersection first. Very important, very, very important discussion. And also the charts. We discussed two charts. One of them actually asked about this specific question. They have their Jupiter, Venus in Purva Phalguni. So the impact of Ketu transiting over Venus and Jupiter. Now, so that's probably not in their fifth house, but still. So Ketu in the fifth house, first of all, Ketu is detachment. Ketu is internalization, spiritualization, and Ketu is intuition. And it's the moksha karaka. Ketu is the planet of past life people coming in from your past life. They'll show up here. And then fifth house is the house of romantic partners and romantic relationships. So this clearly shows somebody from your past lives may show up, or somebody from your past may show up again. So I'm talking about the romantic relationships. So let's say you had a relationship, your lover, a romantic relationship in the past life, or not past life, or past life also, but let's say in the past, but now, and it didn't work out. Now this may rekindle. Okay, so that's what Ketu does. It brings people from the past to your present so that we can settle our karma, so we can exchange get rid of our karmic debt. So, and then secondly, now if you're looking for a partner relationship, romantic relationship, this is the time to look for people who are spiritually grounded. Otherwise, any new relationship you enter into now, that may not last. Okay, and if you're in a relationship already, then make that relationship very, very deeply spiritual. Otherwise, it may not last. So have a very solid spiritual foundation. Simple things. Start doing meditation as a partner, as a couple. Start doing more spiritual things, retreat, or just discussions or reading books. learning some new esoteric subjects. All of that will really ground your relationship. It'll give you huge blessings of Ketu Maharaj. Okay, so there will be detachment in your mind from a romantic relationship. So that's a good thing. So you won't be so attached. You won't feel emotional up and down because of your romantic relationship. Now, secondly, this is also true for your children. This is the time to discuss more spiritual things with your children. Introduce them to traditional, authentic spirituality belief system that maybe you grew up with, or what you think is your lineage, your traditions, and they'll be very open to it. This is a good time to take your children for a pilgrimage, watch or see some old temples, old sites. And also, otherwise there will be detachment, there could be separation, there could be just harsh energy around your children. But fantastic period for their own spiritual growth as well. Okay, and fifth house is house of creativity, so that means this will really activate your inner, unleash your creative juices. It'll come from within. It's like intuition. You won't know, I never knew I had that skill. So you start painting or drawing, whatever. So give birth to some creative ideas, do lots of creative work. And then also stock market investments. You use your intuition. You may make some trades that are absolutely fantastic. But again, this is not financial advice. You should ask the expert for financial advice. And then fifth house is also, general. It's the house of intelligence. And so Ketu there, in Purva Phalguni, with Bhaga as the deity, it will actually give you a lot of intuition. It's as if all of a sudden you feel very intelligent. It's like intelligence from within. It's again intuition, or some messages from the past lives, from your ancestors, in your sleep, in your dreams. So all that is going to happen. But Ketu essentially is internalizing and spiritualizing your romantic relationships, your children, your creativity, your intelligence. All of that is getting spiritualized. So that's what's happening for Aries rising. Write in the comment section where your natal Ketu is placed, and what's your time zone, where you're located, and also the current time. We may pick your chart and discuss in the future videos. Next is Taurus rising, Taurus Lagna, Taurus ascendant. So this is a long transit of Ketu in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. So that's in your fourth house for Taurus rising. Fourth house is your Sukhasthana. Fourth house is your place of residence, your home. That's your home environment and your family in general, people at your home. And fourth house is also the house of mother, literally, and that's the house of inner happiness as well. So Ketu is detachment. Ketu is the planet, is the moksha karaka. So Ketu in the fourth, actually, it's a very powerful placement for someone who will be always looking for something bigger and more profound in their life. They'll not be satisfied with the status quo in terms of finding the truth, in terms of their spiritual path. And so when Ketu is transiting in your fourth house, this will give you all that energy and power, and this you'll feel restless, first of all. There'll be unrest. There'll be urge to change something, either in your place of residence or where you are energetically, emotionally, spiritually. This will force you to go deeper, or it will cut you off from those areas where it is sitting. So there may be detachment from your family, from your mother, especially from your home place of residence. So all of those things will make you push you towards achieving long-lasting happiness and divine love, because Purva Phalguni is a very gentle nakshatra. Deity is Bhaga. Watch the intro section, we discussed the details. So it's all about love and social circle and enjoyment and beauty and romance. But Ketu there means it'll cut you off from those areas, and unless you internalize that relationship, unless you spiritualize that relationship. So with your mother especially, this may change your whole connection, your relationship with your mother. It will take it to the next higher level, very deep spiritual connection. Or there'll be detachment. Same thing with your other family members, with your home. So the best thing is to do lots of sadhana, tapasya, meditation, sitting in your home. Invite other people to have meditation sessions and all. So And this particular combination of Ketu and Purva Phalguni in the fourth house also means you can make your house, turn it into an ashram, literally, as in very like aesthetically pleasing, because Purva Phalguni likes enjoyment and sensuality and love and romance and creativity. So make your home environment very clean, like a lot of this feminine energy, aesthetics and beauty, but that should be focused on awakening the divine love, not just that like for show off, not just for external beauty, but make it so wonderful, almost like this Shakti, this feminine goddess energy in your home environment. So do lots of pujas, especially on Fridays. Honor the Lakshmi, the Parvati, the Durga. You can chant those mantras. You can invite people to your house on Fridays. That's a wonderful remedy for Taurus rising. So that's what's happening, and leave in the comment section where your natal Ketu is placed, what's your time zone, and what time are you watching this video. We may pick your chart and discuss in the future videos. And also, if you want a deep dive, you can join our courses, bhava.bharat Astro Veda. Next is Gemini rising, Gemini Lagna, Gemini ascendant. For Gemini Lagna, Ketu is transiting through your third house in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni. Now, watch the intro section to understand the energy of Purva Phalguni and this combination. And wherever Ketu is going in your chart, in Purva Phalguni, there will be detachment, there will be separation, there will be endings of some sort related to that house matters. So one is your younger siblings. There may be some headless mistakes also. So you got to be very careful. Now I'll talk about the positive side also. With your friends also. Third house represents your close friends who are as close as your siblings. Third house also represents neighbors. So there may be disputes or differences or challenges with your neighbors, with your friends, and with your younger siblings. Also, short distance travels, be very careful. There could be setbacks in terms of, well, let's say you go meet some client and stuff, and it doesn't work out. So now how we can gain the blessings, the positive energy of this transit is if we spiritualize, if we internalize those relationships, those things that we're doing. So the best thing is, so let's say, for example, your connection with your younger siblings, make it very spiritual. Talk about spiritual things, or uh, be more connected and grounded. Same thing with your close friends, and same thing with your um, clients and stuff. Now, the best thing about this is, if you are a writer, this is fantastic. This will unleash this power, this awakening of your intuition. Even if you're not a writer, let's say you do some things with your hands. If you're a massage therapist, acupuncturist, this is going to be fantastic. Even if you're not in that industry, you simply play some instruments or do some artwork, anything with your hands, this will be fantastic. And even if you don't do any of these things, now is a good time. And it's a long transit until April 20th, 2026. This is a perfect opportunity to see that. It doesn't mean that you want to start drawing or painting, whatever, so that you become an artist. No, that you can use as a remedy, because this is the time that Ketu is asking us to spiritualize all the skills with our hands. So maybe do mandala coloring books, maybe paint Ganesha. Anything you can do that has some spiritual foundation, anything you can do with your hands, playing instrument or drawing art, all of that. Plus, this is a great time for you to do marketing, which is, spiritual marketing in a way, like you're honest and you're giving the benefit to your customer. So very intuitive kind of marketing campaigns, all of this. So marketing, communication, especially written communication. So even if you're not a writer, write down your things that you desire. That will manifest. Ketu will give you all of those blessings. Plus, also ask your ancestors for blessings in your projects, in your life. So, written communication, marketing, skills with the hands, healing, Reiki, massage, all of that is going to be fantastic. And plus, spiritualize all your connections related to the third house. So that's for Gemini rising. Write in the comment section where your natal Ketu is placed. And also see what planets are placed in the sign of Leo for you. So also mention that. So let's say you have Jupiter in your natal chart. Let's say you have Jupiter sitting in the third house in the sign of Leo. This will be absolutely fantastic because Ketu Jupiter combination is the most spiritual, the highest spiritual combination you can imagine. So even though you may not have that in your natal chart, that is Ketu Jupiter sitting together, but because of the transit, this will trigger that kind of energy. So a deeply spiritual experience. Or let's say you have Mercury sitting in your third house. So Mercury Ketu combination will mean this will further activate your communication, your writing, your skills with your hands, all of that, plus communication. So that way you can see whether the transit is supporting your natal placements or it is not supporting. So there may be more challenges. So that's for Gemini rising. And if you want to learn deep dive, join our courses, or you can get a consultation and also watch other videos, especially the Saturn retrograde and also Sun will be in the sign of Leo. So don't miss that video. Sun is with Leo. Sun is with Ketu in the sign of Leo from mid-August through mid-September. Very powerful spiritual awakening as well. So that's for Gemini rising. Next is Cancer rising, Cancer Lagna, Cancer ascendant. For Cancer, Ketu is transiting through your second house. That's a long transit, but it will be in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni until April 20th, 2026. So almost 8 more months, more than 8 months actually. So this transit, first of all, watch the intro section where we discussed what this specific combination means for everybody in general. Now for Cancer, Ketu will detach you or may give you obstacles, challenges when it comes to your finances. Secondly, dealing with your family members also. Second house is a Kutumbasthana. So you have to be careful dealing with the family members. So those are some of the challenging positions. Now, challenging results for this transit in your second house. But Purva Phalguni is the nakshatra of love and romance and creativity and enjoyment and pleasure and beauty, rest, relaxation. So that, and now Ketu is not super, comfortable there. So that's why we say more challenges unless we transform this energy into a very deeply spiritual experience. That means, first of all, in terms of finances, look for ways which are more ethical or, sustainable or spiritual ways of making money. Those areas will grow. Or let's say you have any ordinary business, especially, for example, something to do with feminine products or luxury products, or even in finance industry. So how you can spiritualize that, meaning more ethical, more honest, and more holistic products rather than just cosmetic, the commercial products. So you want to make those very holistic, nourishing, and things that are deeply healing for other people. So then this energy will flourish. Then you'll get more financial abundance and wealth and Lakshmi. And same thing with if you're in the finance industry. This will give you lots of opportunities if you use your intuition and if you spiritualize that experience, that work, that profession, that project. Now, this is a great time for you to be a speaker. Any words you say will be coming from a deep place. Even you'll be guided by your ancestors. That wisdom will be coming from your past lives. So you have lots of, a lot of blessings and wisdom from the past life, and all of that wisdom you can share now through your words. That's what Ketu is calling for you to do, is to awaken that intuition, those blessings, those past life skills that you have learned, and share those with the world through your voice, through your words. And use this feminine energy of Purva Phalguni. Make your presentations very appealing and aesthetic. Okay, and then secondly, there may be some opportunities from the past that you missed earlier, because Ketu gives you experiences from the past life or past in this life, and so, or even people from your past lives may surface and they may help with your finances and all that. So, and then one specific remedy you can do is to honor specifically the Purva Phalgunis, to do any kind of artwork or anything artistic with your family members. Second house is kutumba. Or if you're in the finance industry, incorporate more aesthetics and beauty in whatever you do, in your office, in your products, in your marketing, in your speech, in your words. Everything should be more artistic and appealing, and with this feminine energy, feminist uh, touch. So that's how we can channel this energy in the positive direction. So that's for Leo. And then, of course, look at the position of Ketu in your natal chart and what planets are sitting in the sign of Leo in your natal chart. That'll have a huge impact. I give this example. For example, if you already have Venus sitting there in the second house in Leo, then this will be absolutely fantastic combination that will further solidify and activate this particular energy, which we discussed. As in, first of all, there may be detachment if you're totally on the commercial plane or material plane. But if you spiritualize that energy, then it'll give you huge blessings. So Venus Ketu combination will give you abundance, wealth, your finances will improve, connection with your family members will improve, and your speech will be even, at a deeper level, next higher level. So utilize this energy. So that's for Cancer rising. Leave in the comment section where your Ketu is placed, which planets are placed in the sign of Leo in your chart. So we'll pick a couple of charts and discuss in the following videos. So that's for Cancer rising. Next is Leo rising, Leo Lagna, Leo Ascendant. Ketu is transiting through your Lagna. It's on top of your first house. And so this is a profound transit for you, very important, very intense transformation. You will feel more introvert, you'll feel more spiritual connection with your ancestors, with your own being, with your past lives. And so this Ketu in Purva Phalguni is drawing your attention to sort of activate this divine love. Okay, so love yourself as a spark of the divine consciousness. So bhakti and surrender and finding this higher, you should have some higher entity, higher consciousness that you can surrender to. And do that in a very artistic way. So bhakti yoga comes to mind, which is like chanting Hare Krishna or doing some artwork and then offer it to Krishna or any goddess that you are devoted towards. So this is all about doing things not for yourself, but for the higher self. Find that higher self within you, and this will make you or help you discover the truth. Now, one thing is for Leo rising, there will be huge connection with past lives or people from past life. They may surface, or people from your past may surface, because Ketu is there. Ketu comes to your Lagna every 18 years. So it's not a very common or a frequent transit. So after 18 years, you get this chance to connect with the energy of Ketu, which is all about our ancestors, past life, all of that. So guidance from ancestors, guidance from people in the past, or gurus from the past life may appear in your life. So be open to those experiences and go beyond the lesson is to go beyond the external manifestation, whatever is visible in the external world, and then you'll find this divine love. So that's the important lesson here. And otherwise you may feel very detached, like whatever you feel connected towards, that may separate from you, or detachment, or just move away, unless you transform that connection, that relationship, or that thing in your life into a deep spiritual experience with a spiritual foundation. So even thinking of yourself, you may feel very like introvert kind of energy. You may feel disappointed also, pessimism, all of that, like, oh, I'm not good enough. That kind of thoughts Ketu may put in your mind when transiting in the first house. But that is to withdraw your senses, your energy from the external world, and go within and connect with the divine energy, the consciousness, and the divine love. So that's for Leo rising. Then, of course, see what planets are sitting in your Lagna and where your natal Ketu is sitting. Write in the comment section. Those have a huge impact as well. So that's for Leo rising. Next is Virgo rising, Virgo Lagna, Virgo ascendant. Ketu Maharaj transiting through your 12th house in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni. Watch the intro section to understand this energy and this combination in general for all 12 rising signs. And so for Virgo, this is complete activation of your subconscious mind and your connection with your ancestors. Now, the good thing is, so Purva Phalguni specifically means it will cut you off because see, Ketu and Purva Phalguni are not super compatible. It's just in on the material plane. So it may cut you off from things related to the 12th house so that you can withdraw from the external world and go within. Channel this energy to tap your subconscious mind, to connect with your ancestors, other planes of existence. So this is the best time for Virgo rising to go on a retreat, to have some isolation, silent meditation, and go on a pilgrimage, especially in a foreign country. So go to the temple tours, attend some retreat, Ayurveda retreats or Jyotish or temple tours. Things like that will be absolutely fantastic. Plus, regularly throughout these 8 months, do lots of tarpan. Tarpan is the ritual we do for ancestors. That a very simple ritual you can do. Of course, you can do more elaborate if you have time, but just a couple of minutes with water and black sesame seeds. So the tarpan you could do, or get it sponsored, done by a priest at least once a month on your behalf for your ancestors and the whole lineage. So those are the things. Plus, you will see a lot of opportunities from foreign countries, from foreign people. A lot of foreign travel is possible. And then, of course, you have to see what planets are sitting in your 12th house in the sign of Leo, plus where your natal Ketu is placed. So write in the comment section these placements, the 12th house and the Ketu, and then we may pick your chart and discuss in the future videos. Then also, see, Ketu is the Karaka for past life connection. So people may appear in your life from the past lives, or your ancestors or gurus from the past life especially. They may come in your dreams or through your meditation. So focus a lot of energy on yoga nidra, past life regression. Anyway, you can sort of go beyond this three-dimensional existence in the external plane. That will be very rewarding, and it'll give you huge blessings. So use your intuition, and if you are on a spiritual path, if you do spiritual work as your profession, main thing, healing or astrology or any kind of energy stuff, then this will be absolutely fantastic period. And honor the feminine Shakti energy in your work, in your profession. Honor Shakti, the goddess, chant mantras, especially on Fridays, do Havan, Yagya, all of that. That will bring this energy of Ketu in Purva Phalguni to the next higher level, convert it into the divine love and blessings of Ma Shakti. So that's for Virgo rising, and write in the comments also any questions you have, so we may pick some of the questions and charts in the following videos. So that's for Virgo rising. Next is Libra rising, Libra Lagna, Libra ascendant. Ketu is transiting through your 11th house in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni until April 20th, 2026. First of all, watch the intro section. We discussed this specific energy, this combination for all 12 rising signs. For Libra rising, it's very important to spiritualize your income. What does that mean? That means if you are earning money through traditional means, which is like a normal job, but has no connection with helping the humanity or healing, or even through your products, you are nourishing and serving other people. So let's say you work in the beauty products industry. So if it's all about cosmetics and external beauty, then this period will give you financial challenges. But if you turn that into more nourishing, holistic, sustainable kind of products, then this will give you blessings. So incorporate a lot of artistic stuff in your profession to gain more financial rewards. That's the clear indication of this transit Ketu in Purva Phalguni, because Purva Phalguni is all about beauty and enjoyment and creativity. So use that energy, that feminine Shakti, and then in your 11th house matters, but in a spiritual way, which is Ketu. Otherwise, you'll be cut off. You may see reduction in income, or you may have challenges with your friends, headless mistakes when it comes to your friendships. But if you turn and convert or spiritualize your friendships, then they will blossom. Third thing is, on the social media also, you may make a lot of contact and connection with spiritual people online, or people may surface from the past lives, or if you had some friendships from the past, those friends that you haven't met for many years or even forgotten about, those may surface again in your life. Also, this transit will completely spiritualize your desires, so you won't have any excess desires after this transit. You will, everything you have, every desire, you'll actually surrender at the feet of Krishna or your deity. So this is inculcating divine love, higher love, in the areas of income and your friendships, social media, and also same thing with your elder siblings. So those connections will become more spiritual with a spiritual foundation. But if not, then you may feel disconnected or detachment or separation from those relationships or those connections, including your friends, elder siblings, and also your income. So that's what's happening with Libra rising, Libra Lagna, Libra ascendant. Write in the comment section where your natal Ketu is placed, plus what planets are sitting in your 11th house in the sign of Leo. That will also have huge impact. So that's for Libra rising. Next is Scorpio Lagna, Scorpio rising, Scorpio ascendant. For Scorpio, Ketu Maharaj transiting through your 10th house, specifically in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni until April 20th, 2026. What does that mean? First of all, watch the intro section. We discussed this combination, this energy. Now, for Scorpio rising, there will be some kind of detachment or separation or obstacles in your career, unless you convert, you transform, or you spiritualize your career. What does that mean? Now, whatever career field you are in that area, see how you can incorporate more spirituality from now onwards. Maybe introduce your co-workers to meditation, or organize some spiritual retreats with your co-workers, or in your products that you're selling, take more ethically responsible decisions, or make products that are more ethically sourced, or that have this, if it's a food products and stuff in that industry, make it more nourishing and wholesome. So like that, anything you can do to be more spiritual, ethical, moral, that will really help with your career. Otherwise, there may be challenges, obstacles. Then second thing you can do is make your products or your profession overall more aesthetically pleasing. Better this energy of Purva Phalguni, which is ruled by Bhaga, and it's about rest, enjoyment, aesthetics, all of that. So make your products more beautiful, incorporate more feminine energy in those. Or if you're in the service industry, offer more, this heart-centered service, like the mother, this Shakti. Then, of course, also there is a chance that if you have been thinking of changing your profession, this may be time for you to align your career with your purpose. So you may totally shift and jump into a more spiritually inclined, oriented career, like actual healer or doing spiritual things, like that. But overall, on a very immediate basis, let's say incorporate more artistic stuff in your workplace, in your profession, in your career. And then also you may have blessings or things may surface in your work, in your career from the past life. You may have opportunities or from the past in this life. So people may surface, people may appear, they will help you with your career. So you may find this support out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden somebody came to help you at the right time, for your business, for your profession. So that energy will be there. Then of course, see what planets are sitting in your 10th house, sign of Leo. If you have Sun sitting there, this is actually a good combination which will activate the highest peak of your career. If you have Jupiter sitting there, then this definitely means that your career will take a huge spiritual turn. So either existing job or profession will become more spiritual, or you may totally change your line of profession and start doing more spiritual work. So that's what's happening for Scorpio rising. Write in the comment section what planets are sitting in the sign of Leo and where your natal Ketu is placed. We may pick your chart and discuss in the future videos. So that's for Scorpio rising. Next is Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius Lagna, Sagittarius Ascendant, Dhanu Lagna. Ketu Maharaj transiting through your ninth house in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni until April 20th, 2026. First of all, watch the intro section where we discuss this energy for all 12 rising signs. Very, very important information there. The overall focus for you, the Sagittarius rising, is on the ninth house. See, Ketu loves being in the ninth house because ninth house is dharma, ninth house is rituals, ninth house is temples, religious places, ninth house is the gurus, ninth house is the sangha. Those are all the domains of Ketu. So naturally, Ketu feels at home in the ninth house. Now, what this specific transit in Purva Phalguni is calling your attention to make everything more aesthetic, more pleasing, more enjoyable. So have fun, while doing spiritual work. Have fun and make it more artistic and pleasing. Let's say your lectures, if you're teaching something, if you're sharing your wisdom, your classes, the way you present things. So make your spiritual life more pleasing, more enjoyable, more aesthetic. That is the lesson here. Secondly, this is the time to surrender to the higher consciousness. So it's this is giving you the window of opportunity to find the divine love, the higher consciousness when it comes to your spiritual path, spiritual belief. So let's say you have a guru, and or you may find new gurus in this lifetime, or you may see people coming in from the past life, or who were your gurus in the past life. They will come again and guide you. So all of that energy Ketu will activate, but in a nice Venusian manner, because Venusian, I say, because Purva Phalguni has a lot of similarities to the qualities of Venus. So enjoyment and creativity and beauty and love and all of that. So that's the energy. Now, Ketu in the ninth, if we are not on the spiritual path, then this may cut you off from a lot of things. Especially, there may be differences with your father. There may be differences with your superiors, your boss, and also Ketu in the ninth house. This will help you if you travel a long distance for a pilgrimage. This is a fantastic period for that. So go out long distance, go temple tours, or simply go and sit in a temple for a few minutes every day until April 20th, 2026, or actually beyond that also, while Ketu is in the ninth house. Because that will give you ideas, that will give you blessings of the ancestors, that will give you blessings and wisdom of the gurus in your life. And then this is a fantastic period for you to shine as a guru. Rise and shine and help other people through your wisdom. Deep esoteric wisdom, traditional wisdom, or also for you to do higher studies, join some courses, both for your profession or for your spiritual path. And if they are the same, then that's wonderful. So learn some more wisdom, more knowledge, more skills, especially higher wisdom, and then surrender it at the feet of your gurus. Plus, also see what planets are sitting in your ninth house in the sign of Leo. Write in the comment section. For example, if you have Jupiter sitting there, this is an absolutely fantastic combination which will further push you towards finding your dharma. That's the goal of Ketu in the ninth house. That's the blessings of Ketu in the ninth house. So that's for Sagittarius rising. And if you want to go deeper, you can join our courses. You can also get a consultation where we dive deeper into your natal chart. Next is Capricorn rising. For Capricorn Lagna, first of all, watch the intro section, initial 4 or 5 minutes, to see, understand the energy of Ketu and Purva Phalguni. Now, for Capricorn, this is absolutely fantastic. Ketu Maharaj transiting through your 8th house in the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni. See, there are, I would say, 4 houses out of 12 where Ketu is very comfortable. It is like it feels at home, and it can give you all the blessings and energy, spiritual awakening, literally. Those 4 houses are the 4th house, the 8th house, the 9th house, and the 12th house. The moksha trikona, that is 4, 8, 12, plus 9th house also. So now 8th house is the most hidden house. 8th house represents all the esoteric wisdom. So if you have not done much on those lines, now is the time. These next 8 months, calling your attention to go deep and learn some esoteric subjects, or simply start doing meditation. Even if not formal meditation, just start being more mindful. Okay, at least go beyond the external three-dimensional existence, go deeper. And if you're inclined, learn some from some gurus, enroll in some courses, do lots of therapies and sessions yourself. And if you're a healer already, this is going to be fantastic. Complete awakening of your connection with the ancestors, with the universe, and you'll learn deep secrets. That's the Ketu in the 8th house. Now, also because it's Purva Phalguni, there may be challenges, especially with respect to your relationships, in your romantic relationships or in your partnerships also. But if you transform those, so offer your connection, your relationships to God, surrender, be more detached, then they'll blossom, or do more spiritual things with your partners. And then Ketu in the 8th house will give you huge transformation. So you may see sudden, even inheritance or money from other people, or from your spouse, shared resources. There will be a good windfall of money. Now, the caution is, be careful, because Ketu is also headless. You may make headless mistakes when it comes to money, dealing with money of other people, inheritance, all of that. So that's one big caution. Otherwise, this is huge spiritual transformation for you, nothing less. And one good recommendation is, do a lot of artistic things, art, painting, drawing. That will activate further this spiritual energy, spiritual awakening. You can do those mandala coloring books or Shakti coloring books. Or if you're artist already, then fantastic. Focus on your artwork, but surrender that artwork to the goddess, to the Shakti. So that's for Capricorn rising. Then see what planets are sitting in your natal chart in the 8th house. That will have a huge impact also. So write in the comment section where your planets are placed, and where your Ketu is especially, and what planets in the 8th house. For example, Rajneesh Osho, he had 5-6 planets in his 8th house. So whenever any important planet like Ketu or Rahu will transit over those, then those 6 planets will get activated. So that's what happens. So see what planets are sitting in your 8th house. Share this video with your friends, and also join our newsletter at bharatastroVeda.com. You can also join our courses or get a consultation. So that's for Capricorn rising. Next is Aquarius rising, Aquarius Lagna, Aquarius ascendant. Ketu is transiting through your 7th house. First, watch the intro section to understand this energy. Now, Ketu in the 7th house in Purva Phalguni. Very interesting combination. See, Purva Phalguni is all about enjoyment and connection, relationships, and social gatherings, love, romance, creativity. The deity is Bhaga, who is the god of delight and prosperity and enjoyment. Whereas Ketu is the planet of detachment and moksha and spirituality, and it's a shadow planet and past life karma. So that means they are not super compatible unless the energy of Ketu and Purva Phalguni, it's kind of opposite in a way, but unless we transform into a spiritual experience. So all this love and romance and creativity, enjoyment and social circle, all this energy of Purva Phalguni, if we transform that into spiritual energy, that means for Aquarius rising, one big shift that's happening is your relationships will become more spiritual. You'll find more spiritual grounding when it comes to your partner, your relationship. So do lots of spiritual things together with your partner. Or if you're looking for a partner to get married, this is the period when you may find somebody from the past life or from the past in this life. But that relationship has to have a very solid, strong spiritual foundation. Otherwise, it will not last. So if you meet somebody, make sure you have spiritual connection. Okay. And then if you're already in a relationship, do lots of spiritual things. Go on a retreat together. Do some artistic work together, like mandala coloring books or doing rangoli at your home. That is absolutely fantastic. So turn all of your love and romance and everything into a divine love. So love for each other at a spiritual level, but also combine, both together, love for higher consciousness, for God. So visit temples, do spiritual things, attend some retreats, read spiritual literature, books, shastras, and share that with the external world, with other people. That's the best remedy. Otherwise, there may be challenges, headless mistakes, obstacles. So you can just transform all that energy into a deeply spiritual experience with your partner. So that's for Aquarius rising. Then, of course, see what planets are sitting in the seventh house. And that also makes a huge difference. So write in the comments what's sitting in the seventh house, where Ketu is placed. We may pick your chart, discuss in the future videos. Also, you can download our free newsletter, bharatastroveda.com, join courses or get a consultation, and share this video with your friends as well. So that's for Aquarius rising. Next is Pisces rising, Pisces Lagna, Pisces ascendant. Ketu Maharaj is transiting through your sixth house. So first of all, watch the intro section. Very important information on the energy of Ketu and Purva Phalguni combined. So this is calling your attention to focus on your health routine, focus on your enemies, your obstacles. Essentially, think of these areas as a spiritual offering to the divine. So how you can do that? First of all, your health. Treat your body as a temple of God, so that you can you'll eat better, you'll have a better daily routine, you'll do more exercise, you'll take care of your health. So this will actually give you a lot of intuition. This transit of Ketu in the sixth house will give you intuition how to heal yourself, become a self healer, and nourishing and from within. And then especially with devotion to feminine goddess Shakti. So do lots of mantras, chant Durga mantra, any other Lakshmi mantra. Those will help with your health. You can also do lots of artistic work like art, dance, music, painting, anything of that sort. If you do, that will directly help with your health. Secondly, it will also help you overcome your obstacles, challenges, enemies, both internal enemies and external. So any goddess worship, any artistic work you do, or anything you do with your spouse, your partner, help your partner, help all the women in your life, your sister, mother, spouse, daughter, all of those. You worship them, you do things for them and honor them, respect them, do things, spiritual things with them. Those will directly help with your health, with your job, with your profession, and with taking care of your enemies as well. So this is a profound awakening of your health, but surrender all of that at the feet of Lakshmi, at the feet of Goddess. And then do lots of volunteer work, do lots of seva sadhana for other people, especially health related causes, health related charities, give donation, and anything to do with legal issues, help people with legal issues. So those are some of the remedies. But this is a period of awakening in terms of your health and your job, profession. In your job also, use more intuition, use more artistic work in your be more aesthetically pleasing, like in your presentations, design those very nicely. Some more artistic work, more pleasing work, so that way you will flourish, or transform your work, your profession, into a more spiritual kind of a job or work, if possible, as far as possible. That will give you huge blessings. So also depends on what planets are sitting in the sixth house in your natal chart. So write in the comments. We may pick your chart and discuss in the future videos. So that's for Pisces Lagna, Pisces rising, Pisces ascendant.